Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Perfect Game High School Notebook. As always, I'm Tyler Russo, and I'm joined here weekly by Colt Olinger. Colt, both of us are away from home currently, but I know we're both excited about the road trip you're on right now. You want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, we started tonight with a game watching Lewisburg High School out of northern Mississippi. A real talented squad they've got there. They came out with a big 20-0 area win tonight. Had Brady Taggart on the mound for them. Was really impressive. And then moving on, we're headed down to Lake Charles to watch a solid Barb club that we've got ranked there inside the top 10. And then we'll head back over to Central Mississippi to watch Madison Central and Jackson Prep, kind of to round out the high school portion of the road trip.
Getting into the rankings, Buford holds the top spot once again. Lesko, aside from Brady House's 3-for-3 game Monday night and some damage late in his outing, he was solid in a win for Buford on Monday. That's the first of their 3 games set against Winderbarrow. Tampa Jesuit and Thousand Oaks once again move up a spot now to 3 and 4. But a team that has proven they deserve to be up there in that discussion at the top is Orchard Lake St. Mary's out of Michigan. So they come in at 5 this week. We've got Brian Sikowski with us here, who many of you know is a crucial part of the scouting with us at Perfect Game, but he's also involved with the Eaglets as an assistant coach. Zach, I'm going to give you the floor to talk about how well they've been playing through their first 8 games.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Kind of taking the coaching cap on and not the scouting cap this week. But the boys have been playing well, man. It's a really complete offense, 1 through 9. They compete. They grind out at bats. They can drive the ball 1 through 9. There's really no breaks in the lineup. And to have a guy like Brock Porter leading a pitching staff who can beat anybody in the country on any given day, and to have the depth behind him with a lot of guys who are going to end up playing college baseball, it's been a fun start to the year, and we're really looking forward to continuing on with that.
Appreciate that, Zach. Moving on with the rankings, the rest of the top 10 is most of the same names. Madison Central moves into the 10th spot. They continue their undefeated season. Just behind a few spots, behind Madison Central is Orange Lutheran out of California. They just wrapped up the J. Sarah Classic where they reeled off wins against some talented teams that took home the championship for that. Colt, I know they've been getting good play from their veterans and young guns.
Yeah, Matthew Polk, a guy that we saw lead a GBG team to a WWA championship late in the fall there, hitting well over 400 for that club, as well as Derek Curiel, young freshman, hitting 350 for that club. So kind of, top to bottom, all ages, they got it really rolling in the lineup, as well as on the mound. You got Chris Canada, 17 innings, 18 Ks for the San Diego State commit, and he's joined on the mound by Luis Gonzalez, just kind of really eating up a bunch of innings for that OLU staff there.
From there, we've got a handful of teams moving up again in the middle of the rankings. Lakeland Christian's up a few spots again to 17. While Hewitt, Trustville, Doral, and Auburn, they all move up just as many spots there in the early 20s. Team that's continuously made jumps since they started play a couple weeks ago is Malvern Prep out of Pennsylvania. They're 9-0 to start the season and been getting great play out of their top 2 seniors, among others. Colt, you want to touch on them?
Yeah, like you said, it's kind of a group that, we kind of had a couple names circled, expecting big numbers from them. Cam Conley, Fran O'Shell, Ryan Cochran, Lonnie White were kind of guys we expected to lead that offense, and it's exactly what we expected. All of those guys hitting over 400 for that club, driven in 38 runs for them with 5 bombs on the season. So you get that many guys at the top of the order that can really get it done, and it really makes for a potent offense there at Malvern Prep.
Now, we got plenty of movement toward the back part of the rankings this week. Friendswood out of Texas, they make a big jump. They move to 19-0, while Owasso out of Oklahoma also makes a big jump. They continue to put together wins in bunches. 5 new teams in the rankings this week coming from some new areas of the country. Katy out of Texas is cruising through their district play. They debut at 34. Dana Hills debuts at 41. They've got some good wins down there in the SoCal area. While 2 Midwest teams join at 45 and 47 in Danville out of Kentucky and Walsh Jesuit out of Ohio. And then from the Northwest region, we have Puyallup, who sneaks in right there at 50. Colt, that's all I've got for the rankings this week. You want to go ahead and hit us with some standout performances from around the country?
Yeah, for starters, we got Hagen Smith, the guy that our scout down in Texas, Britt Smith, is continuously updated us with as he's coming off injury. But it's been lights out for him so far this year. 6-0, 41 innings, only allowed 1 run. Let up his 5th hit of the season the other night. He struck out 92, and really rolling down there so far for the Southpaw. Riley Maddox, a kid from Jackson Prep, who's really been swinging it well this year and kind of kind of doing it with the long ball. Got 9 home runs so far and driving in 30 for that Jackson Prep squad as they're off to a 25-3 start. And then at Danville, who we just mentioned, new to the rankings this week, you got Christian Howe and Ethan Wood, who through 8 games, Howe's 2-0 with 10 innings, 22 Ks, and also hitting .714 with 4 bombs and 17 RBIs. Well, Wood is right there with him on the mound, 2-0, 7 innings, 10 Ks, and getting it done at the plate as well, hitting .614 with 4 home runs and 15 RBIs. So, kind of 2 strong candidates there at the top of that Danville lineup and at the top of their staff form there.
Now that's all for us in another edition of the Perfect Game High School Notebook. Like always, hit us up with your highlights, and we'll see you again next week.